In Japan, I didn't really have to have that transit kind of, like a lot of you might have, but like Jett said, I think if you want to perform in Japan, you are already a performer, and you are already an artist, so you already have your art. So I don't think you need to change so much what you do. Like since you're in Japan, you think you might want to sing Japanese songs? No, that's not necessary, I don't think.
That's something I've seen also, is that if you're good here, you're good anywhere.
Yeah.
So people, I mean, in the past, maybe there was kind of this idea in Japan, you can just show up and play and people will respect you just because you look different, or even just because you're good. It doesn't matter how you look, or maybe just because you look a certain way. It's not that. It's you have the talent here, you have the talent anywhere.
You know, when I came to Japan, they had lots of nightclubs. I mean, they had so many live houses, it was crazy. They would have 2 or 3 bands in one live house because it would be all night. I never played in a club when I came here. I mean, I had a couple gold and gold and platinum records before I landed, so I was pretty, you know, pretty set, you know. But when I went out on the scene, you know, I walked into some of these live houses and nightclubs, and I saw these guys, these guys were hitting hard. I mean, they had their act together, man. I mean, you would think you can come overseas and not have it together. No, you gotta be top notch on your game, believe me. I mean, I'd walk into some of these live houses and these bands were hot. They were hot. And the other thing is, they would be challenging each other. You know, so to make a long story short, just be at the top of your game, you know, with what you do. Whatever it is that you do it, you know.
Because Japan doesn't need you.
Well, I won't say Japan doesn't need you. If you make yourself valuable, you're needed everywhere. But if you don't, then, well, you know, who needs you? You don't need. You need to change careers. You don't need yourself if you can't, you know, make yourself valuable in what you do.
Also, just know that if you are a foreigner, you have like at least, I want to say maybe 30% on your way there. Just being a foreigner in Japan, because if you're blonde or if you're American looking or a foreign looking person here, and here I am, a Japanese person, who's gonna make it first? Probably this person.
Who?
Because you look.
The Japanese one or the foreigner?
No, the foreigner person. Because just because you're a foreigner in Japan,
Well, I won't totally agree with that.
No,
I understand your point. I do understand your point.
You kind of have a way. You kind of have a leeway a little bit. Then because just having a foreigner band member, they'll go, oh great, yeah, let's go see. You know?
I think it's important to see that though, not as leeway, but as a bonus.
Yeah,
But still, if you're not on top of your game, nobody wants you. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. So I mean, you know,
right.
that's
I wasn't
that.
finished there,
Yeah.
but I was. If you got a little bit of an leeway kind of. Well, what is it? The word you just used?
Well, leeway meaning it's not like
a leeway, but it's a
bonus.
Bonus. Okay,
yeah.
So you have the bonus.
It's something extra. It's
But,
not like you don't have to be good. You have to be good.
Yeah, but
It's just
Japanese people can be very, very critical. So even if you do get your foot in, but like Jett says, if you don't give your best, if you don't have your shit together, then they're not gonna like you the second time. So if you got a show and you perform, don't act like, hey, I'm here to perform for you guys, you know. But more like, please listen to us and look at them in their eye, even though if you can't speak the language, it doesn't matter. But if you look them in their eyes and you know, this is what I do, because I sing English songs and I don't sing Japanese songs. I do all English songs. But how can you get these Japanese people to listen to you and like you? It's more here, I think, than so much your performance. You know, yeah, you gotta be good. You gotta have good sound. But you gotta touch these Japanese people that don't know what the hell you're talking about or what the hell you're singing. Especially if you're singing original songs. If you're doing original tunes, they're not gonna know your songs. So how can they relate to you? they can relate to you by looking at your eyes and think, oh God, they're having a really good time, and they sound good. And hey, they're looking at me, and they're saying, oh, konnichiwa. That's all you need to do is, oh, konnichiwa, arigato. And that's all you gotta do, and you can get their hearts. But if you don't, you just go in there and start talking English for long sentences, and they don't know what the hell you're talking about, then they wanna kind of shut their ears, a little bit. But if you say, konnichiwa, you don't understand, okay, that's okay. Just kind of make, you don't have to speak Japanese. You can speak English, but make them kind of feel like you're wanting to connect. And that's, I think, important. And then, of course, you've got to have a good sound of, you gotta get yourself, you gotta give your best.